I murdered my fellow man for dental.
Oh my god, what a great clip. You'll think I'll send that clip to him.
There were some good ones.
There's been some classics.
So I actually do not remember anything that Joe and Storson did, but I can remember what happened between Egan and the populace.
Oh yes, I can do a little bit of a recap. I don't think we actually did much combat last session, did we? Because I
Yeah,
thought
you
we
had-
meta and everyone the session before.
You had to defend the castle that you snuck into.
Okay.
So where we started was where you guys were in the tunnels. You had just killed Kira. Killed. You just
Killed him.
murdered.
That's right.
You just killed
So-
Kira and Bella.
In through the dungeons underground, we came up into the castle, and lo and behold, we saw a sight that was quite scary. The visage of Vecna himself, the Nameless One. I fired off a shot. I missed, but then Egan, with his divine intervention, because he rolls perfectly on divine intervention every single time, he manages to tell everyone, "Oh, it's an illusion," and he dispels it immediately. And then he gives us some insights about like how cavalry has a soul, and how I've lost my memories. They've been physically erased.
You're a real boy.
You're a real boy. After that, the two groups of Lunentros and Egan and the professor and Cav, they both split up to do their respective jobs, sort of thing. Egan wanted to stay behind and help the populace here in Opnar after its oppression from the Dragon King. Lunentros stayed around as a sort of call him bodyguard, I guess. Egan, I don't know if John was there for that. Was there for a little bit.
Mostly, yeah. A little bit of it, yeah. Most of it, actually.
Me and Cav, we went back to Trinit, where I did some dissecting of the knowledge that I found within the castle. Cav talked to his animals, his many animals. We managed to have a way to have Cav be able to summon Robohorse on command at will with a 5th level spell slot, because Adam likes making SOP and it's fun.
Of all the things in this campaign that seem broken, that's definitely going to be at the bottom of my list.
It's so cool. I mean, he's a cavalier. Gets better things at non-combat. Egan has deemed on himself to sort of gather the people in here in Opnar and sort of lead the rebuilding efforts. I think your name was Rhea, was the first person you got introduced to?
Reveille.
Reveille. He gathered all the populace. They talked about what was going to happen. I think you guys burned down the bridge to the Dragon Keep, so nobody would actually sit on the throne at the castle anymore.
In a symbolic gesture, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's now our personal castle. I'm making a teleportation circle.
It's what she said, what he said. She said? He said. I guess it's both. Kind of. Anyway, I think that's pretty much everything that we did.
Yeah, so basically what Egan's doing is he's holding he's going to be the judge of a trial for the town guard who were kind of the enforcers, like low-level enforcers for the Dragon King on the rest of the populace. Kind of in a way to save themselves from further persecution by helping the persecution of their fellow Opnarians.
It's gonna be like super Nuremberg trials, but
Yeah, it's basically going to be Nuremberg trials. So we're gonna see who, basically who's remorseful, what their reasonings were behind doing it, or truthful reasons behind doing it, and see who's,
tell you my reason. Dental.
dental.
Well, we already know Gregory's getting hanged.
For dental. Yeah.
So, yeah. So that is the gist of it. Egan stayed behind to basically rebuild a power structure in Opnar that is forward-looking instead of, hung up on past mistakes and tribulations that everyone was forced to do.
It's not about destroying the guards. It's about rebuilding Opnar that works for both the rich and the poor, for all citizens, you and me.
And the professor had gone back to Trinit, as that is where his a functioning workshop full of tools and stuff that he is able to use. I would also mention that Professor finally found his password for all the knowledge balls, the cavalry units, the curator balls, and finally was able to ask K Ball 002 the big question: why was the time machine built? He got some answers. Do you want to share with the rest of the class, Joe?
I don't know.
We're doing a recap, not in character stuff.
Oh, okay. Let's see if I can remember this stuff.
I'm curious.
Because I was trying to keep that down low so people
Mike
would
hasn't been
remember it.
here, Joe. He probably wants this information.
The big thing was the Well of Souls, which I'm assuming is what the White Well was at Esgaroth. That was one of the big things. It was basically a way to rewrite fate and kill the gods.
Okay, he totally got everything wrong.
I did get everything wrong.
Okay, the time machine was built on behest of the Raven Queen. In fact, she's the one who commissioned Dr. Linica Puska the Senior to build it, and actually gave up her godly power to do so, as it required her soul stone to work. The other thing was you learn that the professor in his last 3 iterations had been killed by Maestra for digging up whatever was buried beneath Esgaroth, and that Maestra had killed him for digging too deep and probably actually finding the secret of the gods. Those are 2 different things.
Did Maestro kill the professor?
Mm-hmm.
And erase his clone's memories. We
Mm-hmm.
can assume. Yes.
You can assume, yeah. She is powerful. I mean, she's the goddess of magic.
Yeah.
So these
Makes
are the
sense.
things. They're not. Well, they are connected because it's a campaign we're running here, but you don't know that.
Right.
So, in lieu of those things, I believe we ended off. Professor was actually about to teleport back to Opnar, after finishing the tools he needed to upgrade the workshop here,
Mm-hmm.
in order to create his iron golems or
And
have a automated process to create iron golems, which Egan actually asked him to create an army of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Egan's final solution.
Let's not call it that.
Oh,
Crazy.
no,
sorry,
Nate.
phrasing.
This YouTube video is getting removed. You might as well stop the recording here.
Demonetize.
I can see the dollar bills washing away.
Cut that. Yeah, so Egan's plan, like, once the gods are killed, because godhood can be ascended to, we've learned that godhood can be ascended to. The idea is to create basically an order, a mix of mortal species and the professor's cavalry units, his centurions, to build an order. Sure, yeah. Well, however, to assure that going forward, the future of humanity does not try to ascend to godhood, and also keeping vampires out forever, as well.
Contained, as you learn, there's no way to stop it.
Yes. So Lunan is going to live forever in this final plan. So
I mean, there's no way to stop it. Just saying.
Well, yeah, but I think the path that we've decided, since we're going to stay here and just finish off the gods that are now, the idea is just to have this order and these centurions basically keep in check the populace to make sure no one ascends, and to keep Lunan from going insane and making more vampires.
As they learn that basically vampires are the ultimate god killers, as they cannot be killed themselves.
So
Okay.
Oh,
have
I guess
questions
that's
for Egan, I guess.
one of the
But
things. Just so you know, they did learn that a true vampire is the only one that can kill another true vampire. Basically, Highlander.
there can
There
be
can
only
only be
one.
one.
there can be only one.
Yeah.
I also went to Opnar to get Cable 16 memories.
Knowledge Ball 016 is his designation, and you're the one who gave it to him, so I think it's very proper that you use it the right
I
way.
don't remember that name though.
They're all named the same.
And Mike, that's Cavalry's knowledge ball.
Oh, nice.
So
Okay.
Cavalry
makes sense.
016.
yeah, so the professor has obtained Cavalry's knowledge ball, but has not told anybody yet.
All right.
So, in the effort to get to the meat of this episode, Professor, you were going to teleport back to Opnar, is that correct?
Yes, with the tools needed to upgrade the workshop.
Okay. I believe. Are you going to take Cav with you?
Does he want to come along?
I don't have anything for me to do here, so.
I thought you liked tending the animals, bud.
Well, I'm bringing Horse with me, because otherwise he's going to get pissy again.
All right. It's been a week, so the full rest button.
Been a week.
For you, it has not, because Egan's thing, his town thing, is going to take a full week.
I would have liked to have a long rest.
I mean, you can just take a long rest in Opnar, which is a city you now rule.
Has it been a week to create the supplies, though?
I mean, you have the base materials you need here. We can say that you can finish whatever is left at the workshop in Opnar.
Okay, so it's just a short rest then.
Hey, Mike, if you're going to be back, there's a whole thing on the left side of your screen. If you are currently on the token controls, you can go down to the door. Oh, he found it. Never mind. Why did I say all that shit?
Why is my
Well,
hit
no, I
die
found
at
it.
E6?
Found it. Yeah, okay. I'll be back in just a sec.
How do you change the hit die? Because I was taking a short rest and
The hit die is based on your character.
I should have
So if it thinks you have a D6, then you're gonna have to edit your class details. Also, Foundry was built before, and the D&D module that we're running was built before Artificer was a thing.
yes.
So it might not be in there. Anyway, Cav, the professor will approach you, notify you that the work he needs to complete in Trinit is done, and that he's going back to Opnar, and will ask if you wish to go with him.
Well, there's not a whole lot for me to do here. I just lost in cards all last night with Uthal and all the animals.
The fucking squirrels were smart.
I'm never gonna.
Oh no, it's the
remember that.
bear.
That bear.
Squirrels are. Yeah.
That bear took so much of my money. I
Roll me
don't know.
2d100.
The squirrels are just smarter than Uthal.
You lost 84 gold pieces playing against this bear.
Wizard bear.
Wizard bear.
Okay. Basically, yes,
Does
he did.
whatever a wizard bear does.
They have an awakened bear who's a wizard now. Mike.
Oh yeah, a little
Perfect.
side
I
story.
love
Greg and Uthal have a small tree army and a wizard bear.
We
Yeah, you do. Like if you're a
yeah.
druid, yeah.
We have an army of Ents. Yeah. Basically, tree beard.
So I think I need to get out of town for a bit. And I gotta bring horse with me this time, or else I'm never gonna hear the end of it.
Well, try not to play poker with the bear. I've seen he's quite a shark.
Well, I
No,
thought
he's
he
a
was just a
bear.
bear.
I knew you were gonna make that joke. I would have made that joke. That's how I knew. Anyway, let's head on back. Do I even have the charges to teleport back?
You do now.
For convenience sake.
Yeah, you have the one.
Okay.
For story reasons.
The
Plot armor.
helm actually holds 4 charges of teleport, not 3.
Oh, so you want me to teleport more? You say?
Common mistake.
No,
It
telling
was
me you
just
can
like
avoid
the
charges.
it was the spring equinox, so you got 1 charge for free.
Maybe we should bring Griffin as well, because I feel like if he's there without horse...
Teleport allows me to teleport 7 people, Cav. You can take whatever animals you want.
Because some bugbear might eat him.
I love the joke that like Kugrit was seriously considering that like I could lose an arm for a chicken leg.
It looked delicious. He was genuinely thinking, which limb can I lose? Like, it's worth it.
Where do you teleport to, Professor?
I teleport to my teleportation circle in the workshop.
Okay, cool. We'll just get right off the bat. When you teleport into the workshop, you will find that you already have a visitor here. We will just go ahead and...
How dare they?
Interessant.
Don't like visitors.
Same. Ew, Egan.
I'm not there.
I just tried fucking clicking in Discord to move my token. I'm done. I'm out. Oh my god.
Congratulations, John. You're dumb as the rest of us.
I'm not here. Remove me. Get me out
No,
of
you're
here.
here. You're here. You're here
Oh,
for
I'm
some
here?
reason. Yeah, you're
Okay.
here for some reason.
Okay, that's fine.
Anyway, Professor, Cavalry, Horse, and Griffin. Are you taking those 2? Yeah, you're taking those 2.
Yes.
The 4 of you will find yourselves in the Professor's workshop that you have seen before. Can everyone see?
Yep.
Okay, cool. You will see in the corner, actually talking to Seaball004, as if they already know each other. Someone you've actually seen before. I mean, notice her fiery red hair, short demeanor. I shouldn't say short demeanor, short stature. Kind of, I was gonna say like a concealed demeanor,
Yeah.
but definitely someone you recognize before as Cathra Firebloom, an angel of Maestra.
Oh, welcome back.
I think we all just stare.
I pat the ball, the knowledge ball.
I will say, Egan and Lunan, you will find yourselves inexplicably and against your will teleported into the Artificer's workshop.
I just don't understand why we have to. Oh, okay, now we're here. What?
Professor Cathra.
What do
Hi, Egan.
What pleasure do we have to welcome you here, or something?
Oh, just thought I'd pop by for a moment or two. I've heard a couple things that concern me just a little bit, and I just wanted to come and chat. I mean, just chat a little bit. And she's like twiddling. She's got a
John.
braid in her hand.
Thank you.
She's got her braid in her hair, and she's like rebraiding or unbraiding and rebraiding the bottom of it.
And what concerns you, Cathra?
Well, so I'm technically probably not supposed to be here, but You guys have been, or you all have been reasonably well. I kind of have something of a maybe a warning for you specifically, Professor.
Go on with it.
Well, so there's a little bit of a the thing is that what you're doing is probably going to cause you some trouble if you keep doing it. Um,
When have I not
there's
known trouble, Cathra?
well, I mean, it's up to you. You can do whatever you want, but the it's I think that you're probably going to look into something that you probably don't want to know the answer to. Well, you might want to know the answer to it, and this it kind of hurts my soul just a little bit to even say it. But the knowledge that you're looking for isn't some that you need. And her hands are still going on her hair, like it's gotten a little bit faster. Like she's
Why, pray tell, do I not need this knowledge? It seems vital
well,
importance to my party.
well, well, well. There will probably be repercussions for it. The 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 thing is, if there are people that don't want you to necessarily have it, and if you persist in pursuing it, then
Like your
bad things
patron,
might happen. Well, um, I mean,
what
I'm
he's
just
done
giving
to
you this
me
warning.
past 3 times.
I'm I was not aware of that necessarily, but I know that the what you're seeking isn't something that you probably should continue to seek. Cause yeah, it did that it happened 3 times now? I didn't know that.
Is this a threat,
A
Catherine?
threat? No, 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 no. I'm not threatening anyone. I'm here as her. She stops the braid. She tugs on it a little bit. I'm here just trying to be nice. You guys have always been good by me, and I'm just not even relaying a message. I'm here as a friend to kind of give you a warning. The she's if she's tried it 3 times and it didn't work, then what's going to happen will probably be worse. I'm just going to throw that out there. I didn't know it was 3.
It
That's
seems like I'm still destined to walk this path, Cathra. So no matter what warnings you send me,
well,
I will
I
follow my path.
mean, you do what you need to do, but it will probably be worse. Like I've been led to believe that the repercussions of your actions will be worse this time. The I didn't know it was 3. That's rather sad.
A seeker of knowledge. Asking others to not seek it. Bit hypocritical, don't you think, Catherine?
It is. I don't deny that. But I'm bound by my mistress's wishes, um, in most things, and technically I'm overstepping a little bit here even. But
Then her wishes are hypocritical. Goddess of knowledge does not wish that to others.
well, some knowledge is dangerous. Um, I don't know the full story. I don't know what it is that's being kept.
Dangerous to
Um,
who, Catherine, do you think?
well, um, that one's a little bit harder for me to a little bit harder for me to answer. And she pulls her hand down to where her left hand goes to the ring around her right finger. Um, that's a harder one for me to answer. Um, but there's probably reasons. Um, given my current employment, you know, their reasons, and I sometimes have to take things on faith, uh, which I have to admit I never never thought I would actually do. Um, and she kind of tries to lock eyes with the professor, because I genuinely believe that all knowledge is should be sought. There's nothing better in the universe than to understand a thing. But as far as I can tell, this path, this um, will probably lead you suffering, and I just wanted to let you know.
Well, what's another shot then? Oh, and
What's the fourth time?
after all,
Well,
4 times the charm.
I don't think that's how that works, but um, um, what I've been led to understand is it's not you that they'll go after, or that will be purged. It's not just you. Um, it's obvious that, well, after 3 tries, that tact hasn't worked. So I think it's reasonable to assume that it will be more broad.
What does she plan then? Does she plan to kill everyone that I've ever met, kill everything that I've ever done, destroy
That,
everything? Quite the
she
benevolent mistress you have, then.
well, the reason I'm here is to try to prevent that. I don't wish any of you ill. I don't wish any of you harm or anything ill to befall you. The what she's requesting isn't that um, well. I don't think it's that unreasonable.
Your
The,
mistress is
her
issuing
hands.
us. Your mistress is issuing us a threat. Stop
I
seeking the knowledge we seek, or she will destroy.
um, Brett's a strong word, and she didn't send me. This is not um, this is not necessarily her doing. I'm here as a friend to try to convince you to do not this thing. The and if there's a carrot that I can use, like I I could help you with something, or provide you with some knowledge, like that doesn't necessarily pertain to this. That I'm here. I am willing to try to have a positive impact here.
If
The path
you,
that you're going down is she shakes her head, is not, it will not end well. It
if a god is willing to burn everything down for us to find knowledge, then maybe you're on the wrong side there, Cathra.
hmm, um the mistress has been very good to me. I have learned many things in her employ, and I am grateful.
Hmm.
I'm grateful for her. Uh, I'm very grateful.
I'm grateful for the teachings of Lathander. Well, all that I've learned in her church. But there comes a point where we must separate ourselves and understand what's for the greater good.
Well, um, I can safely say that there's the one that you like. Catherine pauses for a second and takes a look at Egan, and like her eyes look up for the first time. She kind of looks down or up from the floor, and looks like directly into Egan's eyes here for a second. What does she see staring back at her?
Egan has changed a lot since you've last seen him. There's a resolution in his eyes that maybe wasn't there before. Maybe there was a bit of wavering on before a crisis of faith, but his faith is resolute, but not in the way your faith is resolute.
Does he still have a symbol of Lathander?
Yes.
Okay. Well, she has been. I have never seen anything that she's done that she didn't do for a reason. And in general, she has good reasons for the things that she does. I can't speak to Lathander. I don't know her tenants in the same way, but my understanding is like she has reasons for her actions as well, either good or ill.
Lathander, the teachings, the faith of Lathander taught me many good lessons. The gods are not as infallible as I once thought. Gods' reasoning can be flawed just based on their nature.
Hmm. Well, that's something to think on, but um, I everything that Maestra has done for me has been good, and I can't. That she is the mistress of magic, of learning, of knowledge. There's I can't envision a scenario where she would wantonly cause harm for no reason. If there is a
Reason,
reason,
reason or no, Cathra, causing harm from these celestial beings is something that we as mortals cannot accept.
Hmm.
We these punitive measures that are brought down upon us by beings brought up to a higher level for reasons we may not know, for reasons of greed, desire, want, envy, whatever reasons brought them there, they're there. We can't simply continue to live under the thumb of those who have impunity to harm whatever their reasoning is.
Hmm.
We must
I
strive to grow to see a new dawn, and I know what my new dawn is.
Hmm.
What's yours?
well, think that we might be in an impasse then. Um, as much as it pains me to say, the do you all feel this way?
As a man who has died 3 times, or at least my passing creations have died 3 times by the hands of your benevolent mistress, I will seek my own dawn, just as Egan says. I have worked my ass off for your benevolent mistress, and what was I given in return? Death and a loss of memories? Death and a loss of memories. Death again.
When you do the singular thing that she asks you not to do, what do you expect?
And he's supposed to accept that. Accept this.
It seems to me like she just wishes to hold the same human elements that we have, the greed to hold the power of knowledge for herself. When knowledge should be shared by all.
And she does share.
what she wants.
with her trusted companions.
I think Cathra just has her head down and shakes it slowly. She does not ask very much. This singular thing is all she's asked of you, and yet you persist.
She's asking a lot. I stared into the mind of the professor. His memories, his life, his deeds, his actions, desires were stricken from him. The callousness of that, I can't fathom. And for you to side yourself with this, I simply wish to see you unburdened from that.
I do not feel burdened, nor yoked, nor bound. The this singular thing I can do for my mistress. She has given me much, and if this is the price, I can do this thing for her.
Oh, you wish to stand in our way?
Catherine shakes her head. I don't wish that. I came here at my own bidding, just to give you a warning, to try to dissuade you from the path that you're taking. This was not at anyone's bequest. This is me attempting to do a kindness for you. I wish you no ill will.
I neither do I, and I think for the rest of us, we don't. For you either,
May
Catherine.
be misguided, but I do not issue ill will.
If
You
you
are
persist in this, I can't guarantee that I can dissuade her from her course of action.
and you will stand with her if she chooses that course.
Catherine nods. I will. I am
Um,
her servant.
Egan will walk up to Cathra. Um, Cathra is a halfling, correct?
She is actually a mountain dwarf, I think.
Okay. So,
Mountain dwarf.
as many times he's kneeled down to Gloria, he will kneel down to Cathra and say, "You have been a friend to me, and bloodshed, death has never been something that I've wished.
Hmm.
But we are resolute in our decisions, and
I can I can respect that.
I only hope that when the time comes, you will remember your mortality."
Hmm. Hmm. Well, I wish you all well. Think on my words. She'll you're leaned down. She'll pat you on the shoulder. Because she can reach it now. She pats you on the shoulder, and yeah. I don't. This is sad.
Is there,
Yeah.
Adam? Is there a way Egan has recently connected himself to like the experiences of all like Lathander clerics.
Yeah.
I'm hoping there's a way I could reach inside that and just as I'm kneeling
Smack the
down,
shit out of her.
when,
I
as
mean,
I'm
if you want to
kneeling,
beat the shit out of her, I can activate an anti-magic field in this very room, and that you cannot escape, and we can just 4v1 her.
as I'm kneeling down with Cathra, I just want to kind of just touch her on the side of the face and just share that feeling of the struggle of humanity.
She's
Okay.
a dwarf, though.
Mortality, we'll say mortality. Just like that's that. Just to kind of reach out
You're
to.
talking to a person who got murdered by Viltrus.
Yeah, I'm just trying to reach out to that. Like, you remember what it's like to be mortal. At some point, you knew what it was like to be mortal, and what it is like to be destroyed by the gods, and what a terrible injustice that is to live under gods that are not necessarily benevolent. I just want to quickly just kind of share that feeling with
All
Cathra.
right. Um, the 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 issue is that she was killed by. She was saved by Maestra. She was brought into Maestra's fold and elevated. The I Cathra understands that struggle. She's faced it herself, like
Mhm.
strongly. But the the feeling that she has, the gratitude, the 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 reciprocity of the relationship she has specifically with Maestra is as such that I don't know. We can make a roll, but
Yeah, I guess the point I'm
Up
trying
to
to,
you guys.
I guess what I'm trying to get across is just like the idea of like you may have this relationship, but there are so many others who just do not.
mhm.
Even those who are of the belief of a god. There are so many out there, even with that belief of a god, who do not share that kind of like reciprocal relationship, and often it is adversarial in nature.
Hmm.
That's just the feeling I'm trying to get across. The idea of like, yes, like both of us, like Egan has had a even if Lathander wasn't there at all for Egan, he has had a great relationship with the church and with Lathander, even if she wasn't even there. And while he understands that, he also understands that there are a greater many people who do not have that. In fact, have a very adversarial relationship with gods.
Mm, I guess what are you trying to accomplish? Do you want to just show that dichotomy?
I'm just kind of trying to reach out to that part of her that understands that. Just as a show of like not maybe not even trying to convince her, but just to have her truly know where we're coming from.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Okay.
show it to you directly. Like this is where we
Um.
are.
Okay. Do you want some kind of roll?
Yeah, whatever role that would be. I don't.
I mean,
Um.
just like an ability check, like
Yeah.
a charisma or wisdom ability
I would
check.
prefer. I would prefer wisdom because
Yeah, then
charisma.
yeah, let's do it. Let's just roll a d20 and see what it looks like.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh
Let's
wow.
roll. Just a
Uh,
just straight up wisdom. We'll just do straight up wisdom.
Oof.
I called it.
Rough.
Oof. Ooh, is that?
Wait, we got an inspiration.
Okay,
Ooh.
thank you.
Another nat one. Ah.
I'm sorry. Not rolling well. That's fine. 14. All right.
Okay.
Plus
Well,
5.
that's not the nat one there.
Plus 5.
Um,
19 now.
okay. Yeah, I could do that. Um, I think Cathra feels like you're trying to convey something and you're not doing a really good job of it.
Uh,
I think that, and I think she reaches up and like kind of you have your hand on her face. She reaches up to take your hand and pulls it down into her hand. And you feel like a slight surge, like maybe a slight surge of magic. Maybe it doesn't register to you maybe even as magic. But so
right.
that rolls a 20 a 25. And so what are you trying to convey here?
Just
Like what
just
what do
literally
you want?
I'm just trying to convey this is where we're coming from. This is what we're fighting for. Is this idea of like getting rid of this adversarial relationship between those in power and those without. While some may enjoy the fruits of this power, there are so many who do not and are often on the negative end of those powers. That's what I'm just trying to get across. Not trying to convince her, not trying to, win her over any kind of aspect or change her mind, just relaying that intention.
You see so you feel that surge and you see a tear gather in the corner of one of her eyes. Um, like we're really close right now. I don't know that the others can necessarily see it or notice it. And she's gonna lean in and whisper to you. The I think I understand.
I know I'm finishing up.
What?
Just leave early.
Oh, damn.
He's talking to someone else.
I gotcha. I I understand, but not they're not all bad, and not everyone. Some of them are trying to uplift us, to make us grow, make us better. Not all of them are bad. And she'll lean back a little bit. And she'll let go, lean back, and take a step back. I'm afraid. I'm afraid we are at an impasse, and that is sad. Again, I would encourage you to think on your actions hard. I don't. And she like reaches up to wipe the tear away. Um, I know, or I think that you mean well. Looking directly at Egan, but not. And just shakes her head, trails off and shakes her head. While I'm here, um, as a gesture of good faith, is there anything that I can do for you?
I would not ask anything of you.
She glances around the room.
I think we have.
If you want to do something,
She looks.
knowledge of magic and all, she's gonna write something down If I can find the spell here. Give me just a
Glyph
sec
of
while I do
warding.
this. No.
Boom. Shit.
Oh, what the fuck is it called?
Wish.
I mean, there is something you could do. You could go jump. There's like a giant pool of acid out back. If you could just jump in there, that'd be great.
No, thank you, Professor.
Okay, I'm gonna send you a message in Discord.
Okay. I do not see it. Um, I guess. What about it?
I just either need access to it or scroll. Something of that sort.
As long as you don't plan on using it against me.
It's not for you.
No promises.
I can see what I can do.
Oh, Cthuran.
Hmm?
How much time do you have here on this plane?
Technically not supposed to be here. So not long, not much.
Understood. Never mind.
I mean, if it's something quick.
Oh no, it's happening later. I just
She kind of looks at you blankly.
I'm taking on a role that I've never taken on before. I am to be a judge in
Oh,
yes.
I'm sure that we have catalogs, just catalogs and catalogs uh, of uh, of legal manuals. Like, would you, if you'd like, I could probably curate a few and get them over to you.
I think it's less legal of a legal institution and more of a trial of men that I have great attachment towards. So I was hoping that I could rely on some counsel during it, but again, your time is
Mm,
limited here.
mm. And unfortunately, um, well, the best advice I can give you in that regard, though, is to not let the individual's attachment to you be the guiding force in your judgment. The law, in general, should be applied equally to all individuals. And as such, well, you kind of get the drift, I think.
Well,
Very
I'm
well.
glad we could have this conversation, Cthuran. If we do meet again, I hope it is under similar terms.
Better circumstances, perhaps even.
One can hope.
Yes, indeed. Well, it does seem that, well, it's okay. I tried. I think she'll take another step or two back, and you'll see she raises or she props the staff that she's carrying like in the crook of her shoulder. She'll raise both arms in a gesture, and
Where's the sun?
probably yeah.
I would remind
And
people at this point that Catherine has a ring that can give her any answer she wants.
That's right. I
Um,
was gonna roll. I was gonna roll insight on that ring. Because I
I,
knew she
I
touched it.
suddenly
Yeah.
tried to give the hint. So,
I saw she touched it. I'm like,
I don't feel
that's
like
something.
I
But
don't feel like I really
think
want to
Luna knows
get an
that,
answer
so
from her. So,
yeah, I just
somebody
She's
else.
already
Can
answered
Wait.
answers for you before.
yeah,
yeah.
like,
I don't know if that came from the ring. That just might.
I mean, it's
I
Cathra.
mean, does it matter? Like,
I think just this is like kind of out of character. I just kind of think that at least Egan, he's starting to, as much of a kindness Catherine has shown them over time. I think he is trying to start to like emotionally distance himself, and this was kind of his last emotional effort to get through, and so he's not trying to continue to ask any favors.
I'm gonna break up with you because I'll probably have to murder you later.
Basically, yeah.
we could just murder her now.
I'm weak. I have no spells, so no, please.
I mean, it doesn't matter. Anti-magic field.
I mean, I if you want to go down that road, like, we can do that.
That's up to the professor. Like that's entirely a professor decision. Egan has no control of the anti-magic field, so
I mean, he does, but not this.
yeah, right, yeah. I think he's just Egan's doing what he's doing. If the professor wishes to go down that route, I think the professor would know Egan would have his back. So
Well, I'm not actually. I don't think it's a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, if we take out Cathra, that's immediately going to get Maestra on our back.
yeah,
And
I
then
don't
it
think we're
begs the
prepared for
question.
Maestra.
Well, then I guess this is something that I'm not sure about. I know if you kill a devil, it goes back to hell, and it doesn't technically die unless you kill it in hell. So I'm wondering if angels are the same way. I think
Yep,
they might be.
solars and mill devils function the same way.
Yep. So you
So
might
angels are really just
might
demons.
win here.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
she's probably gonna be mad. Like, she's gonna be real mad about it.
Come on, guys.
Dick
Gosh
move.
dang it. Dick move. Killing me.
Well, we've all died.
Hell, I died like 3 times at the very beginning of this game.
Yeah, get over it, Catherine. We all die.
Egan's got one more for a free Sunday.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. If no one is going to ask me anything, then Catherine will pop off.
Last call.
Sorry, Adam. I can't ask the question
Why not?
because I don't want to.
Principal.
Okay,
I
that's
can't
a
stand
reason.
All right.
Principal.
You already know the best way to take care of Viltrus.
Do you?
That's what I'm asking.
If you don't know, it seems like a good question to ask.
That's why I'm asking it.
So you just blurt that out to Catherine?
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought you were asking it out of character. My mistake. She still has her hands raised. Well, I think I had a reasonably good plan for that. Long ago. As she holds up the note, that you gave to her. This is probably a good start.
That's not for her. That's for after.
I think she squints.
Lunan's question is more permanent.
Oh,
She's aware what happened to Lunan, right?
yeah, I think so.
Lunan's a vampire.
I mean, you're the whole knowledge being, so I assumed I didn't have to explain that part.
Yeah, I feel like she knows that. I guess. So what? Oh, she puts her hands down. So what specifically are you asking, Lunan?
As of right now, the only way to get rid of her is one of us has to drain the other. That's if there's no end of the curse.
there is an end to the curse, or it is possible.
But that's something that she has to mull out on her own.
Um, that well, there's problems with that. Um, you see the people that could free her from that curse, if there was an ounce of repentance. Well, they don't technically um put it nicely. They don't exist now, I think.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
know.
no.
So that's where you run into a problem. The do I guess, does Catherine know anything that Mike doesn't, Adam?
Viltrus's curse is specifically designed to break her pride. Viltrus
Mhm.
will never give up until she learns who her betters are. But the way the gods treat her, she'll never recognize the gods as her better.
Mhm.
Which is not exactly what the curse wants. It just needs to recognize that Viltrus understands that there is somebody out there with a better heart than her. At the end of the day, it basically requires Viltrus to admit that maybe she doesn't have the best idea of how the world should move forward.
So
She would have to recognize someone who is a better person than her.
Where would we find
the
one of
the
those?
way the way the curse is structured is that she would need to recognize that she doesn't necessarily know everything or know the best things about everything. She would have to grow as a person. That's the way that it was structured. The
However, that's just Lathander's curse. Bahamut's curse basically condemns her to die by the thing she created.
But that would get you pretty far. But I don't know that she's necessarily ready to grow in that way. That makes sense.
Yeah, that's kind of where I was at.
Um, she held up that paper again. This is a pretty good way to do it.
Well, if you want to get two of
Um,
those, then. But
hmm.
seeing as how she's been released from something like that once, I'd rather not have two put in the ground.
Was she? Was she? As far as I'm aware, she wasn't.
Are you talking about Forbiddens
She was hit no
or
imprisonment.
imprisonment? Yes.
Imprisonment.
Okay.
As far
Yes.
as I know, she was.
Actually,
She
he
was.
didn't. Yes. You weren't here, Mike. They learned
Oh.
that Viltrus, after she destroyed Grumshin, ended his crusade that basically killed most of the world. She was imprisoned with that spell.
Mhm. Yeah.
And then no, it was Zariel who helped Morthos and Morthos find
Mhm.
Viltrus and free her again.
Gotcha. Okay.
So yes,
Um.
imprisonment is it's a good solution. It's just not a permanent one.
If we could have like some memory altering spells added to that list, if you're going grocery shopping for me, that'd be great.
Um. Like she kind of
Bunch of
squints
people
at
who don't
you.
actually know where the spot is.
Don't actually know. What do you modify memory?
It would
Yeah.
work.
Um, that's fairly low
I think that
level.
was only 4th level.
Yeah, it's
All
fifth.
I'm saying is I'm built to blow things up, not to
Well,
put things away.
hmm, I mean, at the end of the day, Lunan, you're still a keeper of knowledge, and don't sell yourself short that way. The knowledge that you kind of gravitate toward is might be destructive, but that doesn't mean that you're a tool of destruction. It just means that you enjoy destroying things.
Sorry, the dog was going nuts in her sleep, sparking. Now she woke herself up. She thinks there's someone here.
But anyway, yeah, sure, I can probably do that for you. I'm getting it to you might be problematic, but I'll see what I can do.
It'd be appreciated.
And she'll nod. And step back and begin casting.
Cav.
And I rip her heart out.
No, I think I'm gonna leave this one out.
Okay. I think we already have the Egan and Professor's answers.
It doesn't really feel right. I mean, we're gonna be like going against her, so I don't know if I would want to trust the answers that she gives right now.
Egan just doesn't want to.
She's already breaking the rules by being here, Cav.
Yeah.
Right. Or so she says.
Yeah. I just.
You can roll me an insight.
Yeah, roll the insight. Yeah.
LOL. Just gonna roll 14s all day.
You definitely get the feeling that you can trust her intentions, Cav. If what the professor says is true, Meister's not one to send warnings a fourth time.
There you go. Here's a persuasion roll. How do I normal?
Oh, that's not. That doesn't exist. I don't know where it went. I didn't see it.
Joe, put the spell up.
Damn bullshittery.
Find it real quick.
Okay.
Keep her
Well,
two.
got a ring of knowledge here, and nobody wants to ask any questions.
All right. Is
See
there
how
a
it
way
is.
to cure vampirism?
He just
Without
literally
killing
asked the same question that Lyndon
without
did.
killing them. I mean, for Viltris. But what
I
about
pull some
Luna?
Louis shit and I steal the ring of knowledge.
Is there a way to cure Lunan of vampirism without killing her?
I don't actually know that. And she will put her head down, and her hand goes to the ring. Which is it still there?
Well, I can't roll a sleight of hand check, so.
Roll stealth, Professor?
Let's see. That's not a bad roll. Anyway, are you actually going to try to steal this thing? It's on my finger, and I'm touching it.
I don't know. Can you see a 20?
Take the hands.
She's gonna come around from behind like some fucking Patrick Swayze bullshit in the Ghost movie.
Give me the hands!
Give me them hands. Oh no.
Give me the hands!
No, God, this is the last time Catherine was here too. We're not doing the hands again.
Give them to me, give me the hands!
My stomach.
What is
is
up with you guys
that only
in
hands
Catherine's
can
hands?
satisfy.
Yeah.
She shakes her head sadly to Cav.
If Louis
Slight
was here,
frown.
he'd do it. Just nah, can't steal it. I can't.
Well,
I'm afraid not.
Thanks for asking, buddy. But
Okay, for the third time, she raises her hands.
Like,
one more
sheepishly
thing.
this time. Like,
Wait, where's my ring?
Remember, fourth time's the charm in this world.
All right. Farewell. Hopefully we meet under better circumstances. I'll see what I can do, Lennon.
I doubt it.
Bye, Cathra.
Bite my ass, Cathra.
You're playing music right now, aren't you?
Who me? Yes.
Or is that Nate? Okay. I was like, I'm appreciating the tunes.
Oh, you're watching his screen. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I can't hear anything.
Well,
It
that's-
fit the moment very nicely.
Well, that's just rude, Professor.
Mm.
As she's disappearing.
How's your guys' week been?
Oh, it's good. I've got some things to do here in my workshop, but I wasn't expecting house guests.
I was not expecting to be a guest.
I was
I'm actually supposed to be watching a barracks at the moment, so if you don't mind me, I'm just gonna.
Yeah,
Frankly, you
she-
guys are good company. Don't get me wrong. You guys are good company. It's just I'd rather be alone right now.
I feel that Lunan's gonna leave.
I'll go with Luna. Professor, I'll leave you to it.
Is that room still filled with acid?
While we're walking, Nate, will you join me in secret chat?
Oh, yes.
Oh,
Uh-oh, they're planning to kill us.
Seaboy.
They can't kill us.
So, I guess table talk wise, I am gonna eventually let you have your cable back. I
Oh,
I
are
don't.
you? Wow, thanks.
There's character reasons why the professor doesn't let you have that yet.
Got to clear your browser history first.
Pretty much. I mean, you nailed the head on the coffin, man.
Kind of stuff you've been looking up with these knowledge balls, Professor.
I mean, we could do this. We could do this talk in character because
Well, I
one
still
day,
don't even
Cab,
know you have it, but
no. I mean, roll me an insight check on the professor.
okay. This is when maybe I'm gonna get garbage roll too.
I mean, it's good enough. What you notice when you see the professor is that he doesn't have, he's got the resolution that he's had before, but it looks like his eyes are, from what you can see from his eyes, the professor might not be all that with it anymore. He's starting to lose control like the professors did in the past.
Going insane.
He might be losing his mind, yes.
Well, that is not good.
I haven't talked about the details with this about him, but I think it'd be appropriate lore-wise with what the professor is doing. But you can tell that there's some semblance of the man he once was, the man who rebuilt you, and the man who's been journeying with you for such a long time. But there's something that's just not all right with him anymore.
Is this like a gradual thing, or is it gonna...
You are unsure. But I think as we're probably the two people that know each other the most. We've been the companions probably the longest. You can tell
Well,
the
we're the
professor
only
is
ones that have been in this campaign the whole time, too.
yeah, you can tell that just the professor is not exactly the same person he was.
Well, hopefully we can make it to the end before we, loses himself.
Hopefully. You can tell Adam about that. Or if you're writing it even in notes or anything like that. I don't know. Do you even write notes?
Well, I record the videos.
Do you even write notes?
Not usually. Sometimes, if it's very important, I want to remember it.
Got it.
So honestly, I should
Talking about
probably write this one down.
I really would like to finish this up in the next couple 20 minutes.
You gotta leave that early?
Well, last night we stayed up for way too long. I had a splitting headache the entire day, and I'm still kind of have that headache. So I just want to get some sleep. Oh shit, Mike heard that.
Mike didn't hear shit.
Thank God.
What? Actually, I walked away, so I came back for the end part of it. But so who am I gonna tell? Like, and what kind of dick move would that be anyway?
I don't know, Mike. What would it be?
Pretty dick move.
Are those two gonna kill us now?
Hmm?
Are Egan and Lunintros gonna kill us now?
They're enact.
The plan to turn on you is commencing.
Okay. That's just
Daedra pops back
unbelievable.
in, and we attack all of you.
I immediately hit Egan 12 times.
Really though.
Yeah, immediately. Cool.
Oh, this is Mike's first time on Foundry, isn't it?
Yep.
Mhm.
What do you think, Mike?
It's really fucking awesome. Like, it's so much better. Like, not even a little bit.
You don't
It's-
understand how much better until you get into it.
Yeah. Well,
Because you
I mean,
think
I
Roll
still
20
don't-
has like 80% of it covered, and then
You realize there's only
There's
like
just-
20% of it covered.
there's so much.
Well, that's. I mean, like Adam and I were talking about, like they outsource the development to the community, so that means that they can have all the nice stuff.
Right.
Like, you know,
and you can pick and
because
choose what you want.
Yeah, I mean, so it's just that's what that's what Roll20 should have done and should have been, but yeah, I don't know what they squandered the money that I've given them for years on.
Bugattis and boats.
They added a dark mode.
Well, have you seen their
It's
new dark mode? I can't tell any difference from the new dark mode and the old dark mode, or not
It's
the dark
bright as
mode,
shit.
the lighting.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't tried the dynamic lighting.
You get there's one way mirror type of shadows kind of shit, I guess.
well, that's kind of cool. I mean, that sounds neat. Like, but yeah,
So like it's
I
for
don't know.
high ground stuff, I assume.
Yeah, that actually is kind of cool. But I mean, whatever. Like, it's still feels like too little, too late. Like,
Was this 5 years ago? Yeah.
Mm.
Like it's a shading thing. How hard could that have been to figure out if that's your job to figure it out?
I mean, it's still good work. I like I don't. It's difficult for me to say how difficult that is. Like, I don't. I think it would be fairly difficult, but either way, yeah, it doesn't. Sorry, I don't want to derail us too much here.
Oh, it's
But
not like we don't do it all the time.
Suffice to say, Foundry's freaking awesome. Like this interface looks pretty clean. It
However,
looks.
By the way,
Craig,
Base Foundry has that one-way bullshit he was just talking about.
although Craig was right, the stars fucking spreadsheet is dog shit. It's a shame.
Is it? Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe one day it'll get better. Like,
Well, there's nobody working on it because stars isn't that popular of a game.
oh, that's actually probably true. I mean, I love stars. I actually like it a lot. I like
It's my favorite system.
mechanics a lot. Like, it, yeah. I don't know if it's my favorite, but it's up there. Like, it's a good system. I think it's fun in its simplicity. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's nice to be able to just not have to worry about like the dozens and dozens of rules for everything. Even though the Space Combat sucks,
Yeah.
it just sucks. It's bad. I get what he was trying to do, but it's just bad. Ah, there you go. I was gonna say he's not muted.
Hi, Maggie.
Right.
Well, no, I
Hi,
started
Maggie.
muted. I didn't do that, by the way. Just in my defense.
Whatever I had on.
Nope, they're still talking. All right.
What? I said we muted him. How was he talking?
I had muted him to see if he was done.
No, I mean he'll be done when he sits down.
Oh, I don't have the cameras on.
Anyway, Joe, do you have to leave now?
I'd probably be good if I head off.
Yeah, I guess. Since Mike is probably don't want to stay too long either, we can call it there.
Play some Catan.
Oh, damn! You guys are calling it early.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it is Easter weekend. Maybe stuff.
Oh yeah,
People-
true. Yeah,
All right. Well, we
People are
wrapping
probably
up there
doing
then.
stuff.
Yeah, let's go ahead.